way to introduce himself, Mohamed Salah.
Salah! The hottest property in the Premier League right now.
This Egyptian star is lighting up the Premier League.
Salah goes on and still and scores! Salah
With speed and hunger and with an eye for the prize. Oh wow! Oh! That is beyond special. Mo Salah ran in from his wing. Hit by Salah and rifled into the roof. And Salah nicks it in. 100 Premier League goals for the Egyptian magician.
So I'm told there's 2 members of the 200 club and 10 members of the 150 club. The question is, can he reach those next milestones?
I think he can, certainly the 150 number. It all depends on how long he stays fit and stays at the club and still at the level he's playing at. But he's done very well to reach the number in so few games.
New contracts, that's what he wants, isn't it? I think, there's been a lot of talk about it. He's one of the few, actually, because they have tied down a lot of players now to longer-term contracts. So he hasn't signed his yet, though.
No, but as long as he keeps scoring goals, I'm sure they'll give him time.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Let's have a look at his 100th then. So this was his 100th at the weekend against Leeds. He actually got a bit disappointed here, didn't he?
Yeah.
Why didn't I get the ball?
Yeah, wasn't happy in that moment. But like all good strikers, switches back on very quickly.
And the position he gets himself
good
into.
play, Matip. I mean, to take that touch, to suck the defender in. Look at that, the way he's in behind so quick. That's brilliant. Makes that run. Yes, he's not happy, but
then he's in that
6-yard
position.
area.
We're just talking about where goals are scored from in that moment. Heavily involved in, and that's been actually a very productive way of scoring his goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he does. He does that an awful lot, doesn't he? Let's have a look at his goal map then and where his goals are scored. So if I play this on, these are where his goals are scored. You talk about being in the middle of the goal. How many outside the box has he scored? There's 4, 5, 6. So he's got 6 goals from outside the box. But the majority, and actually they're all over that penalty box, really, aren't they? Because I would have expected more on this side of the goal, actually.
Yeah.
Where he's cutting in on his left foot and bending a few in. I might have expected a few more. His outside the box ones, the majority are.
It shows that he's not just a wide player. He doesn't just play in this position out on the right where our minds accustom us to thinking he is. He's inside the penalty. And most goals are scored inside the penalty. All good goal scorers will tell you you've got to be in the right position to score goals. Yes, you can score your own goals from distance, but you need a bit of creation and a bit of opportunity, and you need to be on the end to finish it. And he's certainly stepped up and done that.
Yeah. 30th member of the 100 club, but how quick was he to reach that target? Well, actually, 5th fastest. So it's 162 appearances. Alan Shearer, Harry Kane, Sergio Aguero and foot. I would imagine.
Yeah, you would think so. You would think the number with his head isn't going to be huge.
Left-footed, 82. 82 out of 100, look, scored with his left foot, 12 with his right, 6 with his head, inside the box, outside the box, 15 penalties. Only missed one penalty. And actually, that's quite interesting, the expected goals as well, because he scored 100, so he's outperformed that. He's only positions he gets himself into, he's only expected to score 88. So that's not a surprise, though, is it, really?
I think all good goal scorers will outscore their expected goals. They score some from distance, some where they've done a good bit of turn or a bit of magic. But you want to make sure, especially for any striker you've got in your team, that they score the ones they should, and he normally does that. And
how does he compare since he arrived at Liverpool compared to the rest of the Premier League in terms of goals and assists? Well, top of the goals since he arrived in the Premier League. So what is he? Joint second on the assists. And you combine them together, the goal involvements, he's actually top of the list since he arrived at Liverpool. That's not bad, is it?
No, not bad at all. Quite impressive for a guy that still calls himself a winger. He still describes himself as a winger rather than a striker with the modern day game. And he's up there with Kane and Vardy. Sterling's been impressive as well, but that man Mo Salah has blown everyone away.
Yeah. I'm trying to get his goals out. I don't know whether you can do it on your iPad. I'm trying to find his century.
Sure. Well, to be fair, it's been brilliant from him.
No, unable to. No, it's not.
We'll find him. He scored a fair few. We're going to look back at some of his best goals, and there were some pretty good ones as well in his 100.
That's probably one of the ones you've seen him do more often than not. Getting through on goal, utilising his pace, cutting in from that right-hand side and passing goals into the back of the goal, passing them in along the floor. But I also remember some special. I don't really remember this one.
Were you playing in this one?
No, I've long retired at this point, Matt.
Was you?
Yeah, but this showed how strong he is. I think people are always surprised with the strength of him. That yes, he's a winger, he can score their magic goals, but he can shrug people off. That's
the goal I associate it with him.
Yeah.
That coming in off that right flank and that bender into the corner.
This one was...
yeah. I was wondering, I was trying to work out that one outside the box that was so far out on the goals map.
Yeah, but this is not the goal we associate with him, but he's shown he can score goals. That is a great first touch from that pass. Yeah. And then the awareness and the ability. Look, if you're going to get in the 100 club, you're going to have an array of goals, aren't you, from different areas, different types. Short finishes, dribbles, twists, turns, reaction. Spoke about his reaction before. Able to wriggle in tight areas, but finishing. You can't deny he's been a top finisher in that 100 goals.
There are some great finishes, aren't there? In tight areas, and how he wriggles free from people. Sometimes he gets through tackles. You think, how on earth has he done that? Three, four people around him. How on earth has he kept the ball?
Yeah, well, he's got real ability. He can move the ball, but that's why I associate Trent Alexander-Arnold. Hasn't scored many of them.
No.
Hasn't scored many of those headers. But he keeps getting in the right areas. You know, they talk about him being a winger. How many times have we seen him? 1 or 2 goals where he's getting the ball really wide. Normally, he's getting the ball in these tight areas and able to finish.
I mean, it's a great combination of a front three, isn't it? I know Firmino's out, Jota's come into it, but him, Mane, Firmino. Actually, Firmino's so vital to it, isn't he? In a lot of ways, in the way that he plays, dropping deep and allowing that space for Salah and Mane to make those runs behind.
Yeah, it was Firmino for the majority. Jota's come into that role at the minute, but you're right, the role is the same. Somebody that will come a bit deep and be that creative link and give the likes of Mo Salah and Sadio Mane space to run into. This was unbelievable, this one.
Oh, wow.
Reminded me of a Robbie Fowler type goal.
I thought you were going to say, reminded me of myself.
This
is a rocket.
Coming into that position, firing them from distance, and as I said, he scored all different types of goals, mostly with that left foot, it has to be said.
Yeah. He does. He's so quick as well, isn't he? That pace to get away from people.
David Luiz might not have even been on the pitch, I think it was, in that situation. Took that touch, one touch, around him quickly. Look how quick he is. 1, 2, see you later. See you, David, on your bike. And then no one can catch him. His pace is too electric. But again, passing that ball into the far corner, he's passing a counterpart with the right foot finish.
Just get tighter. Seriously, what are you doing? Get closer. Don't get his head down. Don't let him shoot.
So many of these were avoidable.
What a goal this is! What a goal this is as well, from back to front. What about this?
Yeah, this is an incredible.
What a touch! So quick to get his second one away as well, isn't he?
Yeah, it's a great first because that is at full speed. It's not easy to do this kind of thing when you're in mid sprint, and he has to sprint to get there.
Oh, what a touch!
Brilliant.
What a touch! I mean, he's so vital to them this season, isn't he, in terms of them trying to win the title. I mean, everyone keeps talking about Chelsea, Man City, Ronaldo's joined Man United. I think Liverpool are going a little bit under the radar, aren't they? But he's going to be absolutely vital.
They are, yeah, because, you know, Jota's come in last season, but that front three, for the majority, with Mane and Salah in particular, have been pretty similar or have been the same for the last few seasons now, but they continue to deliver. They continue to score. Salah's now in the 100 club, and deservedly so.
We've seen some terrific strikers today, haven't we? Who would you pick? I mean, if you can only have one in your team, who would you pick? Ronaldo, Lukaku, Salah, Kane?
I'd take any of them. And I'd bite your hand off for any of them.
You had Lukaku at Everton for a period?
Yeah, well, we did. We had a young Lukaku, and when he was at Everton, he was incredible. He's Everton's top Premier League goal scorer in such a short time, which shows his numbers.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's get back down to the social hub and hear from Leroy.
Yeah, we were talking about Salah getting to 100 goals. I thought Sadio Mane could have got 100 goals, the amount of chances that he had at the weekend. But it didn't seem to be his day. But as I just run this through, he had so many chances. And when he missed this one, you're thinking, you know what, it's just not Sadio's day. How's he missed that? He's better than that. No, he'll get the next one. Surely he'll get the next one. This guy doesn't stop. Even when he fails, he just keeps going and he keeps going, keeps getting into situations you think, this is going to end up in the back of the net. And it just drifted wide. A great attempt by him. But he just keeps going, keeps getting into those positions. And you think, he's going to score here. But I think someone just clipped his foot there and just put him off and he missed another one. You think, no, this is the one. This is going to end up back in the net. He's in acres of space. Gets your touch right. Gets his touch all wrong, sends him wide. And Leeds managed to get a good block in. You just think it isn't going to be his day. But what this guy does, he just keeps going. It doesn't affect him. That's such a strength. He keeps going, and you know what? He misses this one as well. And I'm thinking, when is this guy going to score? And finally, the goal came. There's a lovely finish, a lovely swivel. And, when I was coaching, I had loads of sayings for young players. But this one, the one that came to mind was, don't worry about failures. Worry about the chances you miss when you don't even try. And that was Sadio Mane in a nutshell.
He's another one who's going to join the century list because I think he's on 99 Liverpool goals in all competitions.
Well, after the weekend, he should have been on 105, in all honesty, shouldn't he? But the other thing I wanted to talk about was Harvey Elliott. We saw that he had a terrible injury, but what a young man. And you've just got a couple of clips of him here. And this is him on the way to hospital watching. On the right-hand side, you'll see him watching the team, still worried about how the team are going to do on the way to hospital. And then on the other side, there's a young man who we met in hospital who he gave his shirt to. This young man had broken his arm and Harvey gave him his shirt and his boot. And it just, I just thought that was magnificent. Look, this guy's going to come back. I think he's going to be absolutely fine. He's going to come back even stronger. And the way he handled that injury, I just thought was exemplary. We wish him all the very best. He's an outstanding talent and he will be back better and stronger.
Yeah, I absolutely echo all of that. And apparently Jurgen Klopp has said that Harvey Elliott is having his operation today. So hopefully he recovers very quickly and he's back in that Liverpool shirt very soon because he has been in sparkling form so far this season. So get well soon, Harvey. It was a horrible injury. Wouldn't wish it on anybody and hopefully he's back very soon.
Yeah, it was a sour moment and a positive day for Liverpool. It looks, from no medical expert, similar to Andre Gomez's injury for Everton a couple of seasons ago. So he's come back quite strong, had to work an awful lot. He had a lot of support, which I'm sure Harvey Elliott will get. And once he does recover, he'll recover very strong.
Did you think it was a red card for the incident? Or
it's difficult. We didn't really see replays. It didn't seem any malice in the tackle, but you can't pretend it didn't threaten an opponent player.